Welcome back to our channel. If you caught our previous video, you know that we are on an adults-only trip to Disney World for the Food and Wine Festival. We are on a mission to try all the food from around the world at Epcot, and we are going to take you along with us. So don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss all the tips, tricks, and crazy adventures. Caleb and I woke up bright and early to get a workout in and take advantage of this beautiful walking and running trail surrounding the Caribbean beach resort. Once everyone was up and ready for the first day at Epcot, we hopped on the skyliner, which takes you directly to the back side of the park. I really enjoyed the lack of crowds that the mode of transportation offered. There are tons of options at Disney, including the bus, but certain options only take you between certain resorts and parks, so be sure that you know your options ahead of time. Don't leave it until you're ready to leave your room. We happened to be able to catch a beautiful sunrise on the Skyliner before the time change the next morning, and it was fantastic. We even caught the last bit of the 10K racers finishing up their race. We really wanted to try to get into the run events, but it sold out online so fast. Maybe next time we can try to get in. They began letting guests in about 15 minutes before and lined us up along the pathway in order to spread out the lines. The process was really easy with our magic bands, and it's even easier if you have your app ready to go on your phone. I think Caleb was a little bit too excited there. We were in the first dozen people to get on the Ratatouille ride, and it was fantastic. We hardly waited any time at all before we got to go do an activity. This ride is a trackless 3D ride that is based on the movie that opened in 2021, so we had not had the opportunity to ride it yet. It's located in the France pavilion and is still one of the most popular rides in all of Epcot. It reminds me a lot of Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railroad that we rode in Hollywood Studios last year.
Chef Remy is waiting for you this way.
Pas pour vous. Il va aussi me falloir rapidement 4 ratatouilles.
After Ratatouille, we were wandering around to find out which areas were open, but we were disappointed to find out that all of the food booths were closed until 11 a.m. except for Belgium, so we stopped for some amazing waffles. They had two options of toppings, berries and chocolate. We really enjoyed both types of waffles and the chilled coffee with godiva chocolate liqueur. Since we had a few hours until we could try other items, we continued our search for rides to ride. We jumped in line for Frozen Ever After. This ride was one of my personal favorites when we came with our girls back in 2017 for Willow's 4th birthday. It's a water log ride, so there is a risk of getting wet. If you're a fan of the music from Frozen, you'll love this ride because it's a great sing-along experience. It opened in 2016 using the same track as the previous Norway Maelstrom ride that so many people lament being gone. I can't give an accurate opinion of how the two rides differ, but our friend Aaron even wore his Maelstrom shirt in solidarity. Certain rides that are very popular have a virtual queue, so you have to refresh your My Disney Experience app right at 7 a.m. in order to hopefully catch a time slot. One of these rides is the new Guardians of the Galaxy ride called Cosmic Rewind. This amazing ride was one of our favorites and is quite a thrill for anyone who loves a good interactive dark roller coaster ride. The ride is visually stimulating, but waiting in the line was really exciting too. It helps explain the storyline that you are visiting a new planet and all the things that make it a place worth touring on your vacation. This ride was opened at the end of May 2022, so it's basically brand new, and still we got to ride it. It's one of the longest roller coaster rides in the world, which makes it even more enjoyable for me. When you're in line, make sure to stay close to the right of the room when you arrive in the holding area for the crowd of people. This is where the doors will open when the presentation is done, and you will be able to be one of the first to walk in line. The back of the roller coaster is the most rough. The first 2 rows are the smoothest, and the 5th is supposed to be the best for the storyline. That was an awesome ride. It was really cool.
That was amazing. It was so fun.
Definitely recommend that one. Next, we wanted somewhere to cool down, so we rode Spaceship Earth. This is the classic ride inside of the Epcot ball, and it's a dark ride that takes you through the history of technology. It's a great one for the whole family. After hopping off there, we had to make a quick stop at Starbucks to get a little bit of caffeine in our system. Epcot literally means experimental prototype community of tomorrow, and I love that they kept many of the rides that tell the story, like Living with the Land. This is another slow, easy, and relaxing ride that's great for small children to have a rest or just some air conditioning. It also shows greenhouses and innovations in the world of agriculture that are being developed by Disney's scientists and are used throughout the world. I love that they use some of the food that they grow in different food pavilions around the park too. Finally, we got to stop at Mac and Eats for some of their famous mac and cheese options. Next up was Australia and Caleb's favorite with the roasted lamb chop, grilled shrimp, and their Lamington yellow cake. We then stopped at Shimmering Sips for the guava mousse cake, which is another vegan option. While dodging the rain, the guys hopped in line for some Vietnamese food. They got some beef pho, which was really delicious, along with some other options like the curry and the pork. A quick stop at Brew Wings Odyssey for some air conditioning and some delicious wings. And then we were off to the Fry Basket to try out their long-awaited fly fright and their yucca fries, which everybody says is delicious. We're super duper hot, so we're here at Club Cool and we're going to try different flavors of Coca-Cola from around the world. I'm very interested to see what this is like. I thought this was a good way to hydrate with a bunch of sugary drinks. First we have Moldova Viva Raspberry.
Oh no.
I like that one. The Viva Raspberry is good. Russian Sprite, I'm pretty sure we have this in Armenia.
The China one tastes like.
Don't do the China.
Oh. It's definitely
Sour plum.
It's definitely not as sweet as normal Sprite. China, sour plum tea. I don't like tea. I mean, it's okay. It tastes like barbecue sauce.
That's what. Yeah.
It tastes like plum barbecue sauce. Okay, Royal Watermelon. It's W-A-T-T-A melon from the Philippines. Ooh, I like the watermelon. Korea Minute Maid apple lychee. It's okay. It literally tastes like Capri Sun. Okay, Dominican Republic. Enjoy this smooth, creamy tropical fruit. That tastes like orange cream. Madagascar Bon Anglais. It's okay. And Beverly. Bitter flavor. Popular non-alcoholic pepper. It's probably going to be like tonic water. Yeah, it tastes like tonic water. Like, as long as I'm prepared for bitter, if it's surprise bitter, I'm like, So you should definitely come here on a hot day and try out all the sodas. It just keeps going and going. Cool Club was a fun reprieve, but we still just couldn't cool down on this extremely hot and humid day. So we strolled back over to Canada and tried one of their cider flights and their amazing apple crumble tart. It's a great secret place to cool down as well. Shopping through England, we spotted Mary Poppins before we headed over to Morocco to try out some of their most famous dishes. I was super excited about the falafel and the pistachio cake, and it did not disappoint. Then we popped on over to Greece to try out their spanakopita and their griddled cheese. We explored the Asian world in depth just because we were so full from trying so much food that day. We got to check out some of the shops and the Cute Culture Museum, which was pretty interesting to say the least. We even caught some of the Boys to Men concert from afar, but we ended the night waiting for the fireworks at the Three Caballeros ride in Mexico and grabbed one or two more things at the Indian restaurant and the Alps restaurant before securing a spot for the fireworks show.
All around us, the world is alive with music.
I hope you enjoyed our full day tour of Epcot's Food and Wine Festival. Don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button to see more of our tips and tricks here at Disney and at other places just like it.